I'm gonna pause once you get in the trial. I'm gonna turn off my put my switch on sleep mode, and grind for a growl later. Because now I got like 100 like heal balls, so I don't have to go back into like the thing.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Shut up, mommy.
Hey. No. That's well now.
I'm reading. I'm just skimming.
You're skibbing. So, your initial guess after the investigation was Mikan, with your secondary guess being the princess.
Just for a hunch.
Alright. Let's see who the murderer is. Will you be 2 wins, 1 losses, or 2 losses and 1 win? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z Kai. And of course I get a careful nature growl, which is garbage, and I don't want it. This game hates me. I get a perfect
I'm so
IV thing.
Happy that she's dead.
I'm so happy she's dead. Ooh, let me pause because the trial's about to begin. There's 2 growls staring at me.
Begin.
There's 2 growls staring at me.
Equip everything. Set skills.
Extraordinary focus. Slightly increases the focus gauge effective during class trial. Cannot be combined with menacing focus. You unlock the skill from Chiaki called Cheat Code. The time limit doesn't decrease even if you shoot a statement with a silencer. Effective during a non-stop debate. Cannot be combined with Infinity Unlimited Flame.
What the fuck, Infinity Gauntlet?
That is Gundam's skill. So Gundam and Chiaki have like one of the best skills in the game. So that's why I was saying finish Chiaki, because he had 1 more left. I'm like, you could literally get the skill.
I have 51 points. These are all the things I can get.
You can still buy skills. Remember that.
Oh yeah.
Like, you have so many points. If you want to buy some more skills, you can.
I don't care.
Then that would be your downfall.
That's why I just get my ass handed to me.
Yeah, exactly.
We said the same thing, but in different terms.
During the class trial, you will present
Yeah, we
your
get it.
if you vote.
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up! The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those 2 can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was...
Gay!
someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder. Amazing! It's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime? I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our...
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital. And then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I fled with him.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared...
You skipped.
I had feeling she was...
You skipped. The end of Mikan's statement, and then it led up to a joke.
Oh. Nice.
So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the four of us broke down the door.
Broke it down.
And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body.
We found a
We
boom
also
bam
found
sword
Hyogo's,
bag.
And not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not
Not
once,
once,
but twice
in a row.
And so we decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true? Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Get ready.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
Scrap of thick paper, huh?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
You got 2 weak points. Also, look at your focus bar.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
That's big.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can After all, Hajime is the...
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault. Hajime's testimony...
If Hajime's... then the fact that Ibuki...
That would also...
I don't think I can... After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie.
Wrong one.
Nice.
No, that's wrong.
Clap, clap, clap. Slap, slap, slap.
I'm not the killer. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time.
Yes.
Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec. You're the one who brought this up in the first place.
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It
Also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up?
Oh my
This isn't
God.
a game, you know.
Don't get mad.
You know what's really smart about him?
Warming up is
What?
really important.
Like,
Especially
he says it was like a warm-up and stuff, but like, this proves that Hajime couldn't have killed. This basically proves right off the bat not only that Hajime could have been the killer, but it also proves that like everything that Hajime say in his testimony is not false. It proves that he's not lying, so the killer can't go back to Hajime's statement and be like, maybe he was lying.
Anyway.
So that's already like knocked out of the park.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it. Ibuki committed suicide.
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide. Ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone. So all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
Not at the rate I was going.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
Kazuichi did it!
It's gonna be us!
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Mikan, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital,
Of course you get a
the
critical
only
hit.
person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should
That's like one of my
obviously
favorite
doubt
jokes in
people
this
who
game.
don't
Just-
have alibis.
Me
Oh,
too.
and also messing Nekomaru. Me too. Just Monokuma doing a Nekomaru impression.
Is this his...
Oh, I love it. Clock, clock. Clock, clock.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they looked like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
No,
Oh, that's an agree statement. Blue ones are agrees.
I know. I thought in some world that might have been a group.
Crap!
And I killed him.
The killer was still...
Like, scrap a thick paper, step ladder.
Okay. I will give you a...
By
You
locking
want me to
the
give you a
door
hint?
from the inside,
After I
tried
look
to keep
around.
us from getting
Lock
in.
me inside.
It seems they were trying to
Stall for
How did they
time.
lock the door? That door should not have had a...
The lock was on the floor and
Are you talking about the
Can
broken
buffer
drumstick?
broken
you
drumstick,
can
but
use
there's
that
no
as a
clue for
bolt.
that.
By doing that, the killer waited till we get... And suddenly...
So they looked like they...
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Okay, what's your
The
hint?
killer was still
Okay,
inside...
pause. So, it's a lock room mystery, right?
Uh-huh.
So... You got the right truth bullet, the glob. Where was the glob
Glob.
found?
On the door?
Yes. If the drumstick wasn't the way to make it lock, then the glob was. Which would prove
By
what?
locking the door from the inside.
Wait, what?
I said which would prove what? Okay, just go ahead.
This one?
No,
What?
that's wrong.
It
That was
basically-
too vague.
It's basically proof that the killer couldn't
Hold on a sec. There's
lock
also
themselves
a
inside
possibility
and
that
like
the door
hide.
was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There was a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Glue? Gum? Glue?
I see.
That semi-transparent
What kind of
glob
glue is
must
green?
have been glue?
Yeah, I think so too.
It didn't taste good.
It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
First off, that doesn't sound like glue. Glue is slimy until it hardened.
Depends on the type of glue.
Based on
Yeah, I
all
know.
I'm
It's too vague to have
glue.
one specific.
I didn't know glue was edible.
It is not something one typically eats.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps
I
of the
didn't
closed
know
door,
glue was
they must have sealed the
edible.
venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck. But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily.
Are you
That doesn't
seriously?
really matter.
Get in the ball,
The
you
killer only did that to
troglodyte.
make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the killer placed it as a diversion.
Are you saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then
On
I totally fell for
purpose!
that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
Gives.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame.
They did it on
That's why it's better.
purpose!
So, during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking it in a way that, hey, they're complimenting my feed. I'm making a comment about it.
They could have done it while hiding.
That's the way I'm hearing. That's the way I'm hearing.
They must have done it earlier than that.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Kyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time, when Hyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own. The killer did that too. Here, I have proof.
That scrap of paper is...
Like, I don't know, I just get the hunch because I don't feel like they would just
venue?
the disease mark at, oh, she was gullible, that's it. Like, I don't know, I just have that stinging hunch.
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
What is the scrap? What is the scrap?
Oh my fucking god.
You ready? You ready for the most irritating freaking game in existence? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Makes you wanna kill yourself. Oh no, please leave me alone. Please go away, please.
Or put... What's the word? I don't even know what the word is. Oh, it's probably wallpaper. God damn it.
Now I understand. I knew you could do it, son.
Oh wait, no, I need the art. Fuck.
I got it!
It was fun in the first game.
You know what's funny?
What?
Pro CD like made fun of it. He's just like, Matakuma asked a question about like the case, and then he's like, "Oh, I know the answer, but can you spell knife?" There's no K. I need a K.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Yoko's body disappearing?
A mere nobody like me isn't important enough. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify that scrap of paper...
He's just... If you guys were just good... We're gonna get good. Get ready to snowboard.
Forgot about this.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
I'm playing Run.
You're playing You Say Run.
I... Oh yeah.
Nice.
Speed.
Oh, Skibs.
Yeah.
I actually really like this game. This game is this minigame is pretty fun in particular. But in the third game, instead of there being a snowboarding game, it's a car game.
Oh good. Vroom vroom.
Remember, you can jump, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't know what you remember from the game.
A curtain.
On
Curtain was bloody.
What did they use on the Hyoko's body?
It's a curtain? No, it was the. Well,
No, what was Hyoko wrapped in?
I guess wallpaper.
Remember, there was wallpaper on the pillar.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a replacement curtain. I got mixed signals from that.
Yeah, but like that was hung up though. I'm not gonna check the nature of that Pokemon just to see how many I have. Okay, I'm gonna catch 2 more Growlithes, and then like I'm honestly like glad I can multitask in this. Because I'm really excited to see your reaction, and also I can help you out with this. This is one of my favorite trials. So, like, I absolutely love this trial.
I got the Chaos Emerald.
It's all coming together.
Chaos control!
I got it. Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah.
Pillar.
The killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar.
I'm really glad you're enjoying this game.
So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
Nani?
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean,
I'm sorry, it's just that pose.
So they used the baton lighting on a ceiling
He has
to
like the
hang
most
wallpaper?
anime pose. My hand.
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music venue.
But the killer made a mistake. They accidentally ripped off a piece of the wallpaper. And because of that, a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. Their plan took too long. Hajime could have walked in on it.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone.
I feel like the more she talks, the more higher pitch her voice
And
gets.
stash it in the storage
Just
room.
like in every
It's
trial.
not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned...
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece? The Wizard of Monami 2.5D?
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew
What?
it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that.
Yeah, the
but
Batman
Hyoko
movie.
getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
I see!
I played the first game. I know what they're trying to do.
The reason the killer committed the murders
Hey, you know what's good
So
about
we'd
this
mix up
game
the
though?
killing order.
What?
At least they cover it straight
Hiyoko
up,
was
like
actually killed
in the beginning.
before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's
Justice
valid.
Hammer 5.
The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
Do you
I thought the third case in the first one was obvious just because of how Celeste acted, but it was really freaking clever.
If you're
It was a
going to
really
cry
clever
and beg
case.
like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk? Impossible!
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive,
I like how she just
Feet were touching the
snaps
floor.
back and he's just like a bigger jerk.
but Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed. That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as... Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from a pathetic delusion.
You're one to talk.
Now I understand. Clock. Cock. Cock in that clock.
Just give me the right one, okay.
When Hiyoko died,
Oh, did you just like
feet were on
instantly
the
see
floor.
it?
Mm-hmm.
I am telling you to...
Well, I didn't read anything precisely. I think it
Did
should
you see
be.
her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
Then why didn't she do the dinosaur? If she was
Because
on the
dinosaurs
floor.
are gay and she's a woman.
Just as Sonia said, Ibuki's
Women aren't
something.
gay.
That something was blood. There were faint blood stains on the soles of her slippers.
That is not Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood.
Hyoko's
Sasuke
only
doesn't
wound
say
was a fatal
square.
slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood,
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye! Is that it?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? But are you sure you're sure?
You missed it.
If I show you how serious I am,
You missed it. You missed his catchphrase. Does that mean you have a rebuttal? Does that mean you have a rebuttal? That's a good line.
Good.
you're
I
so
love that.
frightened you can't even make a sound. It seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better entertain me to the fullest.
So we're gonna do. No, we're gonna do. But Skips,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a Growlithe count after I'm done
You're saying
catching
the
my
blood on
Growlithe.
Ibuki's feet belong to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those words.
There was no blood on the dance floor.
That's not it. The reason there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterward.
Don't say such foolish things. You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do. If you look closely, there's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so we'd mix up the order of the murders, right?
Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open, and it wasn't bleeding from any open wounds at all.
Hyoko's body was probably wrapped in duct tape to stop her bleeding.
Actually, the bleeding will stop once the heart stops beating, so I don't think they had to go that far.
Aside from Mikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
Maybe the heater was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Mikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the heater!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yup. Since we have all it's decided, Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is.
I'm really
wiser
glad
to
that they
retreat
like handle
for
this
now.
like in the beginning.
Fine, then.
And don't try to drag
Regardless
it
of
out.
good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blacken to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death. But I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that.
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
What the heck?
There's still one more
See,
issue
like,
on my mind.
Komeda's very clever.
If Ibuki didn't commit
Like, he does
suicide,
shit like that.
just
Like, he
what was
obviously
that
knew it
video
wasn't a
Hajime
suicide,
saw?
but he was like, let's make sure that this is not an option.
According to that video you saw,
Like, people see him as crazy, but
Ibuki
he's
was by
really
herself
smart.
when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out
God, it's just a disease.
So,
I like how you're like, I know the answer. Come
then
on.
our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video,
Fight to the
it is clear
death!
what time the crime took place.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera...
They're asking my
has a record
question.
function, right?
They're answering my fucking
It's a
question.
cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
then the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
I saw it at the hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement, and I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't.
You know what?
have
I'm
an
gonna go with the
alibi.
relaxed nature
What about
Growlithe. It
you
loses
guys?
my speed, but I get pretty good defense. I wanted
I
my
was where
special
I was
defense
supposed
to be covered.
My own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
We can exclude the sick.
And what about the...
Right before them, I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone...
So everyone who stayed at the motel. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be. My own cottage.
He's like,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
not
heck?
that
I was.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
I can't. I'm getting mixed up. I thought Fumihiko wasn't at his cottage.
He was. Like I said he either was at his cottage or was on his way to the hospital. Because you did go there before the morning announcement.
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be. My own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Oh,
Aside
I'm
from those
done
afflicted,
with
if nobody, Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has
I
failed.
I forgot agreeing with something was a thing.
We can exclude the sick.
And what about the...
Right before them, I was totally sleeping.
I think everyone at the motel...
So everyone who stayed at the motel. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be. My own cottage.
Huh? But Mikon's...
Mikon's account is the alibi of you and her.
Crap! We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I don't think
everyone at the
sleeping was
motel
a...
was doing...
So everyone who stayed at. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be. My own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has failed.
We can exclude the sick.
Okay, wait, no, it's
Right
hers.
before them, I
Okay,
was totally
you got it.
sleeping.
I think everyone...
So everyone who stayed. What about you guys? I was where I was supposed to.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi...
No, that's wrong.
You're wrong, stupid.
No. In fact, Mikon and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while.
We even woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
I accidentally fell asleep on top of Hajime.
Too much info.
It's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward. So we were together until right before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
It's better if we think about it like that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi for both before and during the morning announcement would be very important.
It feels like Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for falsifying the murder sequence.
Oh my god.
Stop it!
Say goodbye. Heeny hama he. Wow wow wow. You say, say goodbye. Heeny hama he.
What a
You're doing pretty good, Skibbs.
Oh.
I'm proud of you.
I'm Monami.
No one cares!
Huh. Did I confuse you? If so, I wish I could die from self-loathing.
Man, this again.
If that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and killed me too. If that happened, the imitation would have been perfect. So why didn't they do that?
Well, it's against the rules to kill 3 people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I couldn't get killed because of that.
Seriously, just shut up already! Shut up forever!
But I'm thinking about it again, and he's totally...
Because they didn't kill 3 people like the movie did? That's only because of Monokuma's rule.
It's not just that. Come on, try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that got killed second.
That's the one Hiyoko's body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling it an imitation, the lion was actually pinned by arrows, right? But Hiyoko's body was suspended by common household duct tape.
Maybe they just used a common substitute because it was too difficult to imitate the arrows.
Well, that's probably it, but that attitude is what makes this feel incomplete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
What are you trying to say? Are you saying the imitation wasn't planned?
I'm saying, Hiyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
Yep, that's the creator saying to you that they didn't plan to murder Hiyoko.
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but aren't you making a bunch of assumptions?
It's not just the poor imitation. There are also other strange details.
Strange details? Like what?
Like prawn.
For example, why did Hiyoko go to the music venue?
Because of prawn.
So, you're saying the truth behind Hyoko's murder is hidden?
I have no freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting riled up.
Ooh. Riled up. Ooh. Here's your song.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe.
No, I don't.
She went of her own free will.
Or she was guided by the will of causality.
Remember, there's also Absorb Bullet, too.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Or she was guided by the will of causality.
Why did Hyoko go to the music and play the wind note?
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it, maybe she got abducted by the killer.
No, maybe.
I think this has to be a truth bullet.
She went of her own free will.
Yeah, they're not matching.
Yeah, there's nothing to shoot at.
There's nothing that they would match each other.
Yeah, but you do know the statement you're supposed to, like, knock down, right?
Or knock up.
Yes. Knock up. Make it sound like she's getting pregnant.
Pirates docked up Shrek.
Okay. Military
Whatever
key,
that-
scrap of thick paper, music venue curtain, surveillance camera unit, and AC.
The key, maybe?
She was guided by the will of causality.
Why did she go to the music? There's no way.
Maybe the killer.
If that's maybe she got abducted.
No, maybe. She went of her own free will.
Nice.
I agree with that.
There we go.
Like, we knew that was the answer. It's just like, what do you use?
Yeah.
It's just as Sonia said. She went to the music venue of her own free will.
So, exactly as I assumed.
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Yoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted.
Kyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hyoko got abducted.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right? Then something like that.
I won't lose.
Oh my god.
Are
Why?
you saying my gut was wrong? This could be my first and last highlight of the day. Why won't you just let me shine already?
No, that's not the issue.
Shut up! Enough with your fancy talk.
Yeah, he's cut off. You actually did pretty good at the other session too. The other sword session earlier in this game.
Hyoko was locked inside her room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hyoko's room. Forcibly abducted her. The girl is so small and weak looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
I can't back down!
Nice.
But Hyoko's room was locked.
I was gonna slash my own.
The key was deep inside her kimono, remember? It's more likely that Hyoko locked the door herself.
The killer was the one who locked the door. So what if the key was in her kimono? Maybe the killer just put it there later.
I can't back down!
There's
I
no
played-
reason for the killer to put the key in Hyoko's
I played
kimono.
Mystery Mayhem
The killer
on
probably
Game
didn't
Boy.
realize she even had the key.
I know
Hold
mashing.
on. Try remembering Hyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono
Oh,
would
wait,
be that
fuck.
messed up. She fought, but that's the proof she was abducted, right?
God damn it.
My gut
I kept
is
accidentally
totally
getting this
right
stuff.
After all. Hold on. Try remembering Hyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
Oh wait, huh?
Crap.
I wish I had time to
Hold
think
on.
about this.
Try remembering Hyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up. There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer. That
I guess it is Sonia's account. Like,
My gut is totally right after all. Hold Hold on! Try remembering Hiyoko's body. Her kimono was all messed up.
There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer!
No? The fact she only had one injury?
Here, show me. Show me the truth bullet.
Hold on!
Okay.
There's more than this, actually. Candle, smudge on floor, Mikon's account, surveillance video, Riego's account. She only had one injury. That's why I was... Okay. Fuego's account, Sonya's account, stepladder.
Okay, it's either smudge on floor or stepladder.
Wait, what? Why? Why would it be smudge on the floor or stepladder?
Because it's not necessarily Ibuki's blood.
We're talking about the girl.
Yeah. You're talking about Hiyoko.
I am so off track, I don't know. It's not Ibuki's blood, which was never really brought up.
The smudge and the stepladder could not necessarily be Ibuki's blood. It could be Hiyoko's blood.
Well, then, that's proving her point right, then. That she could have fought. Here.
Then it has to be... Hold on, it has to be Sonya's account. Did you do fought the killer with Sonya's account? Because you're disproving that... You're disproving that she didn't fight the killer because Sonya told her to go there. So try Sonya's account with fought the killer.
There's only one reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer!
Okay.
I didn't cut through those words.
Again,
she says that, like...
Right.
Okay, so basically she's saying that she fought the killer when that wasn't the case. Sonya basically told her to go.
Yeah, I was being really thrown off.
Hiyoko seemed to be really struggling with wearing her kimono. I believe that was one of the reasons she locked herself in her room. That is why I informed her.
She's just giant! Look, she's bigger than, like, the door! She's so giant!
I told her that there was a full-length mirror at the music venue.
Like, what is this? I don't know, like...
I see it too.
Her kimono was messed up wasn't because she fought the killer.
Yeah, she went to the venue on her own just to fix her messed up kimono.
I get it. I lost. Boil me, burn me, take off my clothes. Do whatever you want to me.
Okay.
Hajime, now's your chance. Make her admit defeat. Or better yet, make her do a little something something.
I probably couldn't have assumed that Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
Though that may not apply to Sonya, since she provided Hiyoko with that information.
Though I knew she would go there, there is no way I could have predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonya, you cretin. I'll put you and your hamsters 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could do that while you're wearing them.
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course. I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities to kill you.
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
The only thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky.
Why is the
walking
killer
on
always
the
gray and
scene.
naked?
It's the Silver Surfer.
Mm.
The Silver Surfer is possessing people.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head, and without hesitation,
Killed Hiyoko.
Blood is not red, it is pink.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even...
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
So inconsistent,
Means
Danganronpa.
that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing
Come on, game
imitation
designers,
murders at
get it
first.
together.
And what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
Do you have any ideas?
Damn, we don't know the most important part.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet?
Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Huh? Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly laugh about it then.
Are you freaking kidding me? There's no limit to how useless you can be.
That's strange. That's very strange.
This is strange? Well,
Skims. Strange.
Crap!
What was the question?
She wouldn't have left foot. Why weren't there any footprints?
The surveillance camera. Oh! I know.
I actually don't know. I actually don't know.
Alright. I'll give you a hint. The killer tried to hide evidence by cleaning up.
That didn't work. This one didn't work.
Oh, it didn't work? Okay, never
It
mind.
didn't work.
So press X. Oh, why weren't there any footprints on like the thing, on the stepladder? I just gave you the answer.
The stepladder?
The question was, why weren't there any footprints on the...
Ah! I was trying to answer the wrong question.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing too. I was trying to answer
why there wasn't blood, not what wasn't there blood on.
Yeah, I was also trying to answer that question, and then when you press X, the thing said, why were there any footprints on the, and then it cut off. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's the stepladder.
I know that they're trying to get a fill in the blank thing, but it wasn't obvious that was the thing that they were going for.
Yeah, it wasn't obvious without pressing the X button. They kind of worded it a bit weird.
Explain why there wasn't blood, not why there wasn't blood on blank.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
You noticed such a small detail! How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate!
What are you talking about?
But didn't she say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then I think there's no doubt that she really did climb it.
Unless there was something funny about that video.
I see.
It was funny. She
So there
killed
was some
herself.
kind of trick arranged in that video.
That's something only Hajime would know. Since
Gibbs,
he's
that
the
was a
only
bad
one who
joke.
saw that video.
What?
She's like, unless there was something funny about that video, and I go, it was funny. She killed herself.
God, Logan Paul.
Is that a Krabby?
Hajime, I leave it in your hands.
As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but oh well. You should get started already.
Yeah, I'll definitely try.
What the hell?
It's because Hajime's the only one that can basically figure it out because of him looking at the footage. Like, he was the only one that saw the footage. So this anime moment actually makes sense for once. Okay, so if this was shot in the music video, it's suspicious.
Damn it!
I'll give you a hint. It's shot in the music venue. If this was shot in the music venue, with like a whole bunch of lights, what's suspicious?
Damn it!
Oh wait, never mind. You're not to that part yet. The stepladder.
Here!
There you go.
Huh?
I got ahead of myself.
That's right, I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can you explain it to us?
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the stepladder.
Right on the left side. Thanks for using both directions on the same sentence.
However,
Hey, it's
that
better than
contradicts
under the
the video I saw
table.
at the hospital.
Do you remember that? Under the table,
There
under
weren't
the
any
table, under
bloodstains
the
on the
table,
stepladder
under the
in the
table,
video.
under the
It was
table, under
completely
the
clean.
table, under the table.
That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by that point.
Even so, the fact is the stepladder had blood on it at the actual crime scene.
Under the table.
The stepladder in the video was completely bloodless.
Under the table.
And there's no way the video was recorded in advance.
Under the
If
table.
that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
And found under the
Saying there
table.
were two step ladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music venue.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other.
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different.
Under
Am I
the
right?
table.
That's amazing, Chiaki. All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say
What are you two talking about?
We're talking about this under the table. Stepladder is the new under the table.
God. Oh no!
Display question. What is the difference between the video I saw and the actual crime scene?
I don't know. Gulag? I don't know.
Gulag. No. What's the difference between the actual crime scene and the video that you saw?
There was no blood.
No. Well, yes, but no. There's a certain thing. Think of where it took place.
Conference room?
Yeah, so if one was supposedly take place in the conference room and the other was supposedly take place in the music venue, then the one that Hajime saw wasn't in the music venue if Ibuki was already dead. Which means the filming location was different.
What's the answer then?
Wait, did you get rid of the F?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know where the fuck that is. I don't know what I'm looking for.
The question is, what's the difference between two videos? And it's the filming location.
Oh my god, I hate.
Yeah, I literally told you the answer.
That sounds like something that you add, not the thing.
What?
That sounds like something you base off of to the answer, like, oh, the conference room, not filming location. I don't know, that's just me. This is going to take 9 years. Oh my god, did you have to spawn right there?
Don't you love this minigame? Isn't it so great?
Improved.
I love your sass behind it.
No.
Dude, nice clutch. Dude. Are you a competitive Hangman's Gambit player?
Oh fuck.
Are you a competitive Hangman's Gambit player?
Yes.
I knew it.
Damn, I just don't have the things I need. I just don't have the letters I need. I need A. To go, you can
Ask
guess
and
it.
thou shalt receive.
I pressed X.
Oh my god.
Location. Ah, fuck. They were the same color-ish.
All you need is a T and it's not giving you it. There you go.
Like, it just takes so long to need. I only have 30 seconds left. Give me an O! Come on!
There we go.
Why couldn't I just, you know, get like a drop-down box of, like, the options instead of spending 9 years knowing the answer and not being able to answer it?
Must have been different too.
What do you mean?
Even though I like Danganronpa 2 better than 1, I do think the minigames in the trials are like the worst. Are literally like one's minigame trials were a lot better than like 2's. Good news though, Skibbs. If this means anything, there's not a single minigame I dislike in 3. And there's a Hangman's Gambit thing in it, but it's like really good. It's way better than 1's and definitely better than 2's. So 3 has the best mini games.
Ah, thank God.
You're like, yes, I need something to cleanse.
Teabag.
Really? Is there another? Really? What? So Skibbs. Apparently, if you take care of all the Dynamax Pokemon, they'll respawn on the map, which I didn't know that. And so when I got out of a Dynamax Pokemon match, it was like, hey, guess what? Another one spawned. And I'm like, no, I'm leaving. I'm good. I won't be fooled by the Sith. I got X Scissor and Waterfall. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh.
Wow. 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 Use item on Ziggy and Azalea. Use item on... Let's get rid of Helping Hand.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm leveling up my Growlithe. I got 42 excess candies.
Oh my God. Damn it. I was going to have like an easier way of going about the spinny segment. Look at this. Don't have to spin.
You know what's funny?
What?
I wish I would have thought of that when I played this game.
Oh, you had a hard time with that?
Yeah, I did. I wish I would have thought of that.
I played a lot of Run.
That's Galaxy Brain.
I played a lot of Run.
Like, why didn't I think that was such like an obvious thing, and I didn't think of that? I'm mad.
It's all coming together.
Okay, Skips.
Yeah.
I cut my time in half. Okay,
That's
so
it.
you know what's funny?
Brought the camera from the music
What?
with it. They made me think it was a
So
live feed from the venue,
before
when it was actually
starting
from
my new
somewhere
playthrough
else.
of Pokemon,
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
like before starting my new playthrough of Pokemon, I checked the
Yes,
the profile
least
thing,
when I first
and it said I
discovered
had
the
40
spot.
plus hours in Pokemon. But the thing about this is though, like it took me like 14 hours just to get to
But
like
when
the
Diogo's
first
body
like
appeared,
town.
The killer probably put the camera back too.
And now that I know what I'm
means
doing,
you
and I know
should've
how to get to
realized
the
that
areas
from
and
the start,
stuff, and I
and
know
made
the
this
best way of
easier on
grinding,
all of us.
I only spent 6 hours in the first area before going to the first thing. The only thing that took me forever was the Growlithe grinding.
He did discover the
You
body.
wanna know how many Growliths I
We
went
saw
through
his
before
attention
getting
was
to
How
focused on
many?
the camera.
Let's see, let's go to box. Okay, good.
That's
1,
true,
2,
but
3,
in
4,
order to
5,
hide that the
6,
camera was
7,
missing,
8, 9,
there was
10,
just
11,
one
12,
more thing to the
13,
remaining
14,
monitor.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
I see. The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not.
Okay, and I'm just gonna
Attention
turn
was
off
so
this
focused
switch
on
after
the
this.
body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's another Hangman's Gambit.
I don't have that much.
Okay, so basically the filming place. You know, you already got the answer to this, the conference room. Instead of it being in the music video, it was filmed in the conference room.
I don't have much health left. That's the issue. I hate this.
Oh, you don't. Ooh, you're so close to selecting the killer. Oh, you can speed it up, I think. E. It doesn't speed up your time, by the way, if you're wondering that.
Wait, what? N. I forgot N. Fuck.
This one seems a lot easier. You know what I mean?
I am concentrating so fucking hard right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you're gonna give me a heart attack. Oh my god!
Possible that it was filmed at the hospital.
Oh, by the way, this is the next one is an absorb bullet.
Huh? Conference room?
I remember this one in particular.
Then you look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
Oh wait, no, ignore me. Ignore me.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Or did they make some kind of set?
Or they might have tampered with the camera.
I still can't believe he mixed up the film. Hajime, you're pretty stupid.
I can debunk her argument.
But yes, this is a truth bullet.
Which place resembled? Did the conference room look like the music, or did the music venue look like the conference room?
I'm so proud of you! I'm so proud of you! Alright, you're about to select the killer.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain, but after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid.
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
I will tell you if you are wrong.
Candle?
Yep.
I can prove
Nice
it with
job.
this. You're referring
gained
to
like
the
a little
candle in
bit
the
of-
music video. In the video I saw, a candle was
Yeah, I'm
used
gonna
for
help you
lighting.
out. That way,
But if you think about it, that's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime.
Hello?
Hello?
You never
happened?
suspected that the video you saw in the hospital...
The incident
happened?
isn't happening at the scene of a crime.
What do you mean?
It's occurring in the conference room.
You disconnected.
I don't know what happened. I don't know.
Like, Discord was like...
Yeah, same for me.
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
Wait, what?
Which one was the fake?
Conference room?
Yep.
I see! The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was the killer pretending to be Ibuki. The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her, there's no way it happened during the day.
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video. There's only one possibility I can think of. And if I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
Huh?
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
My only thought is the one I already knew.
You're the only one!
Pause. Congratulations. You 2 wins, 1 loss. Congrats. I'm very proud.
Galaxy
I'm
brain.
very fucking... Okay, so let me tell you about my experience. My guess before the trial was also Mikan. Not because I thought this was obvious. It wasn't obvious. The way they hit it was actually pretty well. Because, like, my process was like, I think it's Mikan, but I'm not sure. Like, I thought it was Mikan, but I wasn't entirely sure. So it wasn't obvious. I just happened to guess it right. Here's how I figured it out, though. Mine was more of a process of elimination type deal. When I was looking over the evidence, there was a couple things that only Mikan could have done. One, Mikan was the only one that could have changed the heat for the whole body temperature thing to happen for the autopsy, because she's the only one that knew about it, about that trick in the first place, because she's the ultimate nurse. Second thing is, once like Chiaki showed me the conference room and how it's like pitch black and the curtains are similar, that's when I kind of figured out that the video could be potentially faked. And the only one that was in the hospital at the time of that video airing was Mikan. I wasn't completely sure it was her, but she was my guess. So it wasn't obvious, but if you use the process of elimination, literally only Mikan could have done it. No one else could have done it. It would literally be impossible for everyone else. So that's how I figured it out.
Yes. How do you think of the way I figured?
I mean, I didn't argue with it because it was pretty logical.
Actually, let me continue because they haven't given me all the facts yet.
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
Also, you know what's really clever?
Alibi?
What?
So, in the first and second trial, so in this trial, she did act meek. Like, her behavior wasn't super off like Celeste's. Like, the thing that gave Celeste away was that her behavior was so unnatural and unfitting to her character. Like, she was like this rude, like, didn't care about anyone, kind of gambled. And then all of a sudden, when the situation happened, she was just like, oh no, we gotta help each other. And it's like, okay. Like, her behavior was off. Mikan's behavior wasn't that off. It was pretty normal. The things I did notice that were off, though, like, as far as consistency of the behavior during the trial, her behavior was pretty consistent to how she normally acts, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, unlike Celeste, that didn't give her away. The thing that, if you didn't guess already because of the evidence or process of elimination, the thing that did kind of give her away in the trial is how in the first and second trials, she was able to, like, she was still meek and quiet and only spoke up when she needed to, but she was really willing to help. In this trial, she kept asking questions like she was trying to dodge the answer. Mm-hmm. Like, she kept being like they brought up with the conclusion and they're just like, but wouldn't that cause this problem? And it's like, no. Mm-hmm. I'm done. I just really like this trial.
Like, I know that it's quote unquote in her character to have weird instances like sleeping on top of Hajime. Mm. I still just think that's her character being tweaked.
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikan have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence? At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Oh, Skibbs.
Yeah.
I think the last two truth bullets are... I think the last two, like, things you have to do before the rhythm minigame is absorb bullets. That's what I was talking about.
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick...
Wrong!
Well, wait, just wait, don't skip anything.
It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikon is the killer?
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
I am lightheaded. I am lightheaded.
Don't skip anything for this trial though, because it gets interesting. That's all I'm saying. But yes, I love that mark.
Not necessary.
I love that remark.
It's fine. I've been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious.
What do you say, Hajime?
Do you still believe this woman is the killer?
This
Do
woman.
you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
Can you hold on a minute? Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say this. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything worth saying at an important time like this.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the killer this time. I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth that nobody else knows.
What? Are you serious?
I've been so focused on everybody else this trial, but I guess now's a good time to say it.
You better not have kept quiet on purpose. This isn't a game, you know.
Actually, this is a game.
Please don't say such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang! That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new. Near the middle of the rope, it's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loopy Buki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Oh, Don, I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
Not everyone cooperates at a class trial. Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this case's killer. I was just copying them a little bit.
Huh? More importantly, what was all that about the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki. And then?
And then, I finished speaking.
Huh?
How is that a decisive clue?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
Absorb. Wait, actually, nope, it's a bullet. It's actually a bullet. The other one's an
Ibuki
absorb
didn't die
bullet.
from hanging. She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very different. The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Do you know the answer?
Not.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging.
Bullet is rope used for hanging.
She was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
And you're going to agree with someone.
Though hanging and strangling seem similar, they're very... The scars they leave would look different too.
Scars? You mean the rope burn?
But
You
we
like the auto
believed it
tune?
was from a hanging.
Yeah.
Why would that be?
Little like...
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know.
Ibuki didn't die, she was strangled.
That's basically the... Though hanging and the scars they leave would look different.
Scars? You mean the...
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
The body at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously, we'd assume it was a hang.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Ibuki didn't die, she was strangled.
That's basically the... Though hanging and the scars they leave would look different.
Scars? You mean the rope?
But we believed it was from a hang. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's
This
lie?
one? I'm low on health. I don't want to get.
The body at the crime scene was
Yes.
hanged, you
I
know.
Don't know.
Obviously, we'd
Yes.
assume it was a hanging.
What? It's Soda's
The
one?
Monokuma
Yep.
file complicates this too. It never specified.
Whoever misunderstood
Who's the one that did the autopsy?
Ibuki didn't die, she was strangled.
There's a difference between strangling and hanging.
The scars they leave would look different.
Scars?
The scars would look
We
different.
believed it was. Why would that be?
Did we fall for someone's lie?
And we fell for the killer's lie, which was the person that was doing the autopsy.
So that's what happened. We've been falling for the killer's lie this whole time. You said Ibuki hanged herself, but that was a complete lie, wasn't it, Mikon?
That is... well...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you?
You should have been able to tell the difference between hanging and strangling just by looking. You, Mikon, the ultimate nurse.
Please wait! First of all, I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify injuries like that. That's why it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
You are right. And you have been a great help to us so far.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging and strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything, but being clumsy and unskilled in this area could lead to a mistake.
He's totally right.
Mikon nursed me till I got better. There's no way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to believe what anybody told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikon because she was nursing her.
So Mikon volunteered to nurse us? Because she was planning to do this all along?
That's a little... Aren't you like the thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikon is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry, but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this crime at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have not decided if Mikon is the killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
But I'm really not the killer. There's no way I'm capable of killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already! That's enough!
I can't stop. I don't want to do this either.
Of course I don't want to do this. But I need to do this.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first. Belief without doubt is simply a lie.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I won't stop you anymore.
Huh? Is that all you can say? So in the end, you're all just a bunch of bullies, justifying your actions with fancy words, making excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always. It's all her fault. She's the one with the problem. I'm done with that. You hear me? I'm done.
Hey, Mikon.
It's not fair. It's not fair. 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 Why won't you forgive me? If you did something wrong, you'd forgive yourself right away. What did I do? Why won't anybody forgive me?
Is acting like this your strategy now? Well, this is annoying. Plus, to be honest, I've run out of ideas. How can we get you to admit it? That's the issue.
If we don't have any clues, why don't we have her give us some? I'm the same as Hajime.
Skibs.
I don't want to doubt any of
This
my
is
friends,
fucking clever.
but still,
Basically, what Chiaki does is this is an absorb bullet, by the way. Chiaki basically gets her to say something that only the killer would know.
we gotta stick with this until the very.
Oh shit.
Hey, Mikan.
I also love Mikan freaking out and going psycho.
If you're not the killer,
Like I like gobble that shit up. When like an innocent character just goes psycho.
Obviously wasn't me.
Can you prove it?
Prove it? Wait. Do you have any proof that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me your proof! Because you're just assuming the video was filmed at the conference room. Treating me like a killer based on an assumption. Just because I was at the hospital. That's totally crazy! I didn't do anything wrong! Why does everybody always hate me? Please, just forgive me already!
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer! The video... I never filmed that video!
It seems she finally started arguing for us. But the only one who
So
can find a
Skips.
hole in her argument.
Yeah.
I won't tell you what you shoot, but the bullet you absorb is the very last one.
So,
Okay.
I'm going.
Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
It's the AC temperature.
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make
Absorb
out her
this
body
next
type.
statement.
So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
Okay, pause. I will tell you this right now as a hint. So, every statement that she made could be assumed from either the investigation or just in general. There is one statement she makes that she cannot assume, that she cannot talk about without watching the actual video.
We never talked about camera angle. Is that it? God damn it, you're not telling me.
We can't think of anybody who could have filmed that video.
Do you is the hemp bag on her? Is the hospital gown? Or could it be the hospital?
Ibuki and Mikan.
Is that really your... You could tell her body type just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
I'll shoot
There you go.
contradiction.
I would say film class helped me, but I don't think that would have helped me.
Mikan, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that
I will
video.
warn you, Skibbs.
Yeah.
This is probably, like, I love this trial, and I love Mikan going crazy and everything, but this is probably the worst execution in the entire series.
Oh.
What's wrong?
Like, it's so bad. It's so
I never
bad.
said anything about the camera angle.
It's probably the worst execution ever.
So how can you, say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself.
The only reason Mikon knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video. Is that right?
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikon? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Should we execute her for killing Hiyoko?
No.
I don't think so either.
You should have that as your subscriber notification or whatever. Or like your bit donation.
Yeah, the
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean,
It's impossible.
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
The fries are done.
What the heck?
It's
getting weird about
That tote bag.
Ting
Isn't it
president.
the same one that girl was wearing in the video?
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about
Is
that?
she gonna go on about this? I already know the answer to.
Importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it too, didn't you? You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry
That
about
was
it.
not there. That was not there. That was not there. It's true, you saw me on. They got me and pasted his face onto there. That was not there. That was not fucking there.
Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think?
I already know the answer to
Video
this.
isn't fabricated, and I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far. Such despair.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Log to no see talk petty action is probably gonna be your last shot during the class trial. This human will taint your ears one last time. Instead of the PTA, the reload and ammo features will be added. You'll no longer be able to make do with just the A button. Below tempo marker, we can just basically use favorite time. Alright. Remember, it's hold down, I think, for this game, instead of pressing.
I can't wait for my screw up.
That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right? You still haven't forgiven me? Please, draw on me! Why only me?
Beaver time.
Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me?
This viewer time lasts forever.
Please, draw on me! Why only me? Please, draw on me! There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
So sad. I tried my hardest not to, and I pressed the first button.
You pressed the wrong thing, and then after you completed it, it shot, and then it goes, "You failed."
Prize bonus theater.
That was even more funny than Boom Bam Sword Bag, because unlike Boom Bam Sword Bag, like, it was prize bonus theater, and then you shot it at the person, and then it just goes, "You failed." I'm crying. I'm crying. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Okay, we get it. We get it. Shut up. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That made me cry. Fever time. Yeah. Abusing fever time. Abusing fever time.
Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me. Forgive me.
God, that was funny.
Oh my god. Prize bonus theater.
Can you forgive
Prize
me
bonus
already?
theater. You failed.
Anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? Please, draw on me! Why only me? Please, draw on me! Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
Wait, what? Theater prize bonus? What?
Theater bonus prize. I give you a pass on that one. Because, like, it could have easily been the other way around.
Ordered anywhere except bonus prize theater.
Yeah. I can't give you a pass on bonus prize theater.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the
Theater
same
bonus
time.
prize. Bonus theater prize!
I got mixed up in my head again. They're all the same in my head. I'm just
First, it's a prize bonus theater. Welcome to the prize bonus theater. It's bonus theater prize.
There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
This is the end.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is way better than Boom Bam Sword Bag. This is so much better. I love this. This is so good.
You have so much footage now. No.
Oh my god.
I knew I'd fuck it up. I fuck it up every time.
Spot that bag, you've received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you forgive me? Why?
It seems her desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always...
God, that was so good.
Mikon,
That was so good.
after I go over your crime from the beginning.
Okay, we
no
got
arguments left. Please, just admit it already.
the
In
dumb
the end.
theater. We're not filming too good.
Fucking, I'm never going to get that. Never.
You're never gonna get it right. You are like 3 losses, sir. You on the meat boned it. You freaking Boom Bam Sword Bag. bonus theater prize. Freaking, what was the first one? Freaking prize bonus theater. Oh my god. I'm crying. Oh. Oh, I love this music. I haven't heard it in a long time. Oh, nice.
I wonder if it's this.
It looks the same.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Oh, nice. First try.
The key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music venue. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music venue, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. Then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time. When in fact, the crime had already been committed by that point. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on his head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside, and as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick.
Inside.
First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music venue, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music video's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music video was locked from the inside. In actuality,
we did
the reason
it,
the music
Skibbs.
venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. They made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyoko's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikon? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
I went to your concert.
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This
I gotta go to the bathroom.
I know it well. Like
Should I
the
stop or
floor is
what?
What's up?
collapsing, like
Should I
the
pause
sky
or
is
what?
falling
Keep going.
down upon this feeling of despair.
Mikon, you... What has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time. It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion, so let's proceed to our regularly... Now then, please, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Let's... Well now. Correct.
Damn it.
Hello.
Hello.
I won't forgive you.
I'll never forgive you.
Hey! What's going on?
Hey.
Well, that's obvious. Hey,
What?
I... What?
It cannot be.
Perhaps... See? Jeez.
Isn't that right?
I...
Possible.
Oh?
Huh?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh?
Oh, Skibbs.
Yeah.
Make sure you are reading this because this is in store. This is important plot stuff.
I know, I'm reading.
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation. It's That's love.
Hey,
Well... How amazing. Could it be?
this is... But... such despair.
Don't fuck with me!
You serious?
Hey,
This is bad.
I am Monokuma!
hey.
Oh?
Of course not.
Oh? That is...
Hang on. Yeah. Hey. Love you. Now what? Hi, boo. Love you. Yep. No, good.
Oh? Well... Do you understand?
Hey.
Hey, hey! Damn it!
Oh?
Yes, indeed! Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
So it's over. It's really Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me.
They're dead, aren't they?
I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
What?
And that's it.
It was fine. They just needed a crash impact to an asteroid or something.
No, save right here.
Oh, what?
Save right here. Because there is story stuff before going to the next chapter. So, and it's late. So we'll just...
Okay.
We'll pick it up next time. And, like, we could get past, like, the ending trial and the story stuff real quick, but it would take a while. And I want you to have this fresh in your mind. And I want you to have a good reaction for this next part.
Also,
How was...